was Vera's father.
Huh?
This was Vera's father.
This is your grandfather.
Okay, so Vera's father and Aunt Willie's father. Okay. And how did they come here?
That's what we do.
Okay.
That's what we do. Get back to that.
Okay.
Deal with the money thing. This is really just talking about the money thing. Anyhow, for me, my grandfather wound up in Connecticut, first New London, and then in Bridgeport. I would see him from time to time. And he was one of these guys who had a church. And the church was just full of sleeping Thursdays, right? Working.
A church.
Yeah, he had a little church, this little church. No. When the girls would come in, they had these jobs, and they only had a day off a week, so they were also they were all religious. So they would have this little church, and he would preach to them. So occasionally I would see, hey, everybody said, come here, Beth. And he would always play a chord. One day, my grandfather was giving out money for himself. I said, how come Mr. McVeigh always has money, to give me, and you don't have money? He said, when I came to America, the first record I saw was good. Best record. He said, but I didn't get into it because I was too afraid of God.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, I was too afraid of God.
Okay.
But he hung out with ministers. He hung out with them. But of course, the family was priests. Levels. We had all these priests in the family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Bethel was house of God.
Yeah, we had 3 priests. Irving, youngest, anyhow, 3 brothers became priests.
And what was their lineage? So there's William, our father. What was his father's name? William.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the sons, you said Wallop and Irving. Where were they?
Wallop and Irving was his sister's sons.
Okay.
Sister's sons, yeah.
Okay.
There were 6 of them. There were 3 boys. Three boys. Well, there were 4 boys. 3 of the boys became priests. Sent them to Barbados and they became priests. The girls were like us. They all became seamstresses. All
here?
Yeah. Yeah, she came to your wedding. No, she came to your wedding. Hazel
Sure
came-
did. She sure did.
Yeah, Hazel
She
came to
sure
your
did in
wedding.
Jersey City. She sure
Yeah,
did.
came to
She
your
sure
wedding.
did.
Yeah,
She sure
came to your
did.
wedding.
She sure did. And I have pictures.
They stayed very, very tight.
Okay.
And
It wasn't Piper Vera, your mom.
no, those two, they didn't
I
click.
don't remember her at all.
I remember the name Neville.
Never was the eldest. He died early.
Okay.
Yeah, he died early. He was close to Hazel. He was close to his my grandmother's sister. So anyhow, at the time, Willie wasn't doing so good. Right? And on Olive, she'd always been in the numbers. So she had all these houses, right? She was like a slumlord, right? So they brought her in the court on charges, right? So she had all these people from Nassau living, when it came in, they lived with her.
Okay.
So the judge said, you're a bad woman, blah, 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 blah. I think I'm going to throw you in jail, right? She said, but Your Honor, these are all my family.
Oh, I'm doing him a favor.
He said, they're not your family. You're going to jail. She said, all right, Your Honor. Only one is my nephew. It's Willie.
Oh, so she protected him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she protected Willie.
Okay. Okay. Well, how did the family migrate to Atlantic City?
Okay. Very simple. There are 2 seasons as far as hotels are concerned, right? In the summer, in the Bahamas, the hotels are closed. They're closed. It's slow season. Busy in the winter, right?
Okay.
These hotels here did not have laundries. They didn't have laundries. So the women came up from the Bahamas and did the laundry. They'd go to the hotel, take the wash, and wash the laundry, take it back to the hotel the next day. That's the way these hotels function. And they did the same thing in the Bahamas. So they know how to do it. Yeah. So what happened was essentially some of the aunts they didn't go back to they stayed. So they were the base. For family coming here. So when your grandfather started messing up down there, right? He started having other family and stuff like that, right? My grandmother.
There's somebody beside Dolores out there?
No, his grandfather.
Or dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he started messing up, my mother was sort of ambitious. She used to hear all these stories about, let me go, right?
Okay.
Let me go. So she and Neville were the first ones to come.
Okay.
So when they got here, the aunts wanted to split them up. My mother fought the aunts. She and never fought tough. My brother's gonna be with them.
Okay.
And you didn't do that. And these were big women. That's why these were very big women. Cousins Julie, they were big women. So that's how they stayed here. Yeah. And then Mervyn came from New York with my grandmother. And then they came down here. And then finally Willie and Hazel, they were the last ones actually.
Okay.
So,
Now, did he have a passport?
no, there was no passports or anything.
Did they come through Ellis Island?
No, they didn't come to Ellis Island. They came,
You got a passport? You got a passport? Oh, okay.
They came up, there was a boat that came through the Caribbean through the Munson line. And it carried people from Barbados, boat went to Cuba, made stops, and came here and brought people to the hotels.
Okay.
Like, so if you were rich way they got him. That's the way they got him. But anyhow, so now his story was that he wouldn't go back to the Bahamas because he jumped ship. He said, "Yeah, Daddy wants to go back to the Bahamas." I can't go back. I jumped ship, right? This year, I have a student. I told the student. I have the student. He's a Muslim, right? Huh? Anyhow, I have the student, right? So finally I asked him for that. I asked him, I said, "What a phone?" He said, "Yeah." So he gave me his phone. What he can do is his aunt, his number. I told her, I got his phone. So I said, "Because, you know, stuff like that." He says, "I've been trying to find the family history, right?" So he told me, he said, "Percy, yeah, I know Percy." He said, "I know he came in the country because he was registered when he came into the country, so the fool didn't jump ship."
Oh, okay.
He didn't
Jump ship?
He came and registered.
Okay.
This, you know, and wherever he got off the ship, they had
They keep a, okay. They keep a record. Okay. Okay.
But he got a story.
Okay. So now, his father and his mother were already here. So William Percival was here.
Mother's name Nassau, right?
He came later. My grandfather came later, right? He stayed in Florida. He worked his way north. He didn't come to Atlantic City.
Okay.
So,
My dad's mom never came to Michigan.
yeah, she's here. Yeah.
What was her name?
Estelle Bevan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Estelle Bevan.
Okay.
Yeah. She came. And finally, they all got together. They all got together. When I was born, except my mother. My mother was married and had her own places. But there was a time when my grandmother had all of them on the same.
Okay. You remember like around what year that was?
Yeah. They came, well, my mother came here. She went to grammar school here.
Okay.
And then she went to New York.
Okay.
So she went to New York. She went to high school in the 20s.
Okay.
And when she finished high school in New York, she went to Cheney.
Okay.
The Cheney Teachers College.
Okay.
You didn't take a copy of her obituary as long
I read it.
Yeah, she made a copy.
Okay. Because that was the 1920s. I remember when she graduated from Indiana High. That was the 1920s.
That was not, that was 8th grade. She went
That was
high
eighth
school.
grade.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
eighth
yeah.
grade.
Right. I told you, they only sent the best black kids
In high
to high school here. So she went to New York. She always could see ahead of, you know. So she went to integrated high school in New York.
In the 20s.
Yeah, went to integrated high school in New York.
Okay. Okay. How did you come by that picture that you had with Missy Orlando? How did you
Oh.
come by that picture?
There's a book written by Bahamian came to this country.
You mailed me that book?
No, the book I mailed was my cousin about different families. Right, yeah. He's all the she's cousins. Yeah. But anyhow, there's a book about Nassau. Got some photographs old times, and that's where the picture was in that
In that book?
yeah.
And who got that?
Ennis, the guy was named Ennis.
Okay, and how did he give it to you?
No, I bought the book.
You bought the book?
I bought the book in the Bahamas, yeah.
Okay.
Like if you go to detail what life was like growing up as a native in the Bahamas. And I mean, it's in detail. He talks about the outhouse,
Okay.
all that stuff. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
so I'll give you the funny story about superstition, right? The first night we get in Nassau, Hazel's son and I went together, Cherry. We went together and we took a flight from Miami to Nassau. Only 2 people on the flight, him and I, right? We get off at this airport, nothing around but 2 tall, thin, black women walking with buckets of water on their head. And they were so graceful, walking and talking. They didn't even have to balance, you know. It was the most graceful thing I ever saw, you know. My cousin from up here, Charlie Mays, had a car, so he came out to the airport and drove us to my grandmother's house in Cherry, stayed down the street. So before I went to bed that night, this is superstitiously, before I went to bed that night, my grandma was teaching me the ropes, right? So she had an outhouse. And then she showed me that I didn't have to go out at night. I had to go to the bathroom. She had a chamber pot, right? The chamber pot. You did yourself, right? Now, I'm out of Harlem, right? I'm in Brooklyn and stuff like that. I'm not going to no chamber pot. I'm going to the outhouse, right? I get in the outhouse, right? I close the door. Before I know it, man, rocks. There's no slinging rocks in the outhouse. They said, I heard them saying, there's a zombie.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
There's a zombie in Miss Bethel's.
Because nobody went into the outhouse at night, huh?
There's a
Oh,
zombie.
no.
So finally, my grandmother wakes up, she says, stop it, that's my grandson.
Oh gosh, that's so
The
funny.
next morning, the guy, Rudy, he was a kid, he was sort of reckless kid. I shouldn't tell this, right? I had to teach Rudy a lesson, right? So, there's only one spigot. And the kids had to come and get the water and put them in the bucket, you know, the spigot, right? And then take it down and that was their job in the morning, right? Right? So I waited till he filled the bucket, right? Right? He didn't know me, but I heard the voice. I put the bucket up. I put the bucket down. I had to establish myself, you know. I know how to establish myself there. Yeah.
How old were you?
Huh?
How old were you?
About 15 or 16. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And all the other kids, you know, standing in line waiting to bucket, they want to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
He just went and got in the back of the line. Next thing I know, his mother's